Okay. My 15-year-old son is sitting beside me, so if you see me, keep going. I promise I'm not losing my mind. My kid is over here. I know not all of you were on earlier when I was saying this, so I figured I'd say it again. I tend to jump around and switch gears, and I get distracted super easy, and I tend to talk really fast. So if you have questions or anything, don't hesitate to interrupt. I don't want you guys to, not get answers to your questions. So anything that you need to ask, go ahead and interrupt, and I will gladly answer questions. I'm trying to keep an eye on the waiting room also so that I can let people in. But anyway, I am Jenny Keller. I am your Platinum Black 1, Elite 1 upline. Well, that might not be everybody's upline, depends on which teams you're on, but I know there are a whole bunch of newbies, so I just kind of wanted to go over some of the most common questions that I get asked, all about the comp plan. So I'm going to try to share my screen. If it will do it. Okay, can you guys see my back office?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I won't have this open the whole time, but I wanted to be able to go over these initials, or not initials, but acronyms, because that's one of the most common questions that I get asked a lot. And one thing that a lot of people don't know, when you're logged into your back office, be it on a computer or a phone, it doesn't matter. If you either click on a computer or tap on it on your phone, this will spin around and it'll give you a kind of basic definition of what each of these acronyms means. So I'm not going to sit there and flip through all of them, but AP is your activity points. So activity points are points that you get from either new customers or your own personal purchases, or a combination of the two. To be commission qualified in any given month, you have to have either 75 points from your own purchases or 150 activity points. So you don't ever have to buy a single thing. But those are the two ways that you can get commission qualified. So like if you sell, for example, one lean body system, that's 110 points. And then you need 40 more points to be commission qualified. It can be from another customer order. It can be from your own personal order. It doesn't matter. It just has to be 150 activity points. And then ACC is just your active customer count, which that is how many customers have placed an order this month. So you might have, 200 customers eventually. I don't know. I'm just picking a random number. I don't even know how many I have in my customer pod right now, but you may, have 200 customers, and they may all have subscriptions set up. So the active customer count doesn't mean that like people dropped off their subscriptions or anything, that they cancel them. It's just people that have already placed an order this month. If they've placed an order, they're considered active. So if their subscription is going to run tomorrow, then tomorrow that count would go up. CP is your customer points. Those are the points that you get from customer orders. So that's, like I was saying, the lean body system is 110 points, trim is 70 points. Those kinds of things, that's what goes here. Your CPCV is your customer point commissionable volume. Apparently I can't talk. So I'll kind of dive into CV versus CP a little bit more in a minute after I get through all of these, but basically your CP is what is used to figure your promotions or your rank. That's based on your customer points. And then
check it out.
What the heck?
And then the CV is what your commissions are based off of. Your CPCV is what's used to calculate commissions. And like I said, I'll explain that a little bit more in depth in a minute here. OP is your org points, organizational points. So that is all of the points for you plus your team so far this month. So I don't know how many of you have started building teams yet, or if you plan to or not. You don't ever have to, but you can. It's just another way to have income. But that's what the OP is, you and everybody under you. And then your org CV, that's the commissionable volume of everybody under you. That one really doesn't even mean anything, honestly. Enroller OP, so that is the organizational points for me and my team that I personally enrolled. So like not anybody that was placed under me. And then TL legs, that's your team leader legs. Team leader is kind of like the building block of when you're building teams. So that's what that is right there. And then OP3 and OP8, those don't really mean much until you start hitting like the super, super high ranks for team builder. OP3 is your organizational points for yourself and 3 levels down. And then your OP8 is yourself and 8 levels down. But like I said, those don't really, you have to be like the super, super high ranks before you need to worry about that. And I think most everybody on here is fairly new. So it's not really anything that you need to worry about right this minute. But that's really everything that I wanted to show you guys here in the back office. Was just, kind of give you an overview of what those things stand for. And then, like I said, you can click on it and it'll spin around so that you can see what they are if you ever forget what they mean. I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. So, a little more about the differences between the customer points and the commissionable volume, because that's one thing that does tend to trip a lot of people up. So every product that we carry is assigned a point value. When it comes to your points that are for toward building your rank, those points don't change. The lean body system is always 110 points, trim is always 70 points, BioCell is always 70 points. Those don't change. But the commissionable volume does. So you have your points that you get that tells you what rank you are. And then in addition to that, each product has a commissionable volume. And when we have sales and things, the commissionable volume does go down a little bit because you got to think from a business standpoint. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. If they are selling stuff, like sometimes they do trim, buy one, get one free. So that's like a 50% off sale. So if they're selling stuff at 50% off, but still paying marketers 100%, well, that's not going to work real well from a business aspect. So that's how that works. The commissionable volume is going to be, your CP is always going to be a little bit less than your CP, and it fluctuates during sales and things like that. So there's not really a way to know what the CV is going to be because it's adjusted. For the customer points though, and actually, you know what? I will share my screen again.
I'm not really hearing too much.
I'm gonna log in. Yeah, whoever has their thing on, can you mute unless you're talking? Because it's very loud. All right. I'm just gonna mute everybody.
Yeah.
And then, oh, I guess I don't need to. I muted one. And then if you guys have questions, you can always unmute. But I'm gonna sign into my Modera account real quick. And then I'm gonna show you, after I sign in, I'll share my screen again. And I'm gonna show you how you can see how many points something is, in case you don't already know. Okay, so when you are on Modera.com, if you log in with your marketer credentials, your same username and password you use for Shifting Retail, every product, like I said, they all have a point value. And when you're logged in as a marketer, if you click on a product, it'll tell you how many points that product is. So like the dish soap is 5 points.
Oh, okay.
And we actually do have a spreadsheet that has, well, it used to have all the points on there, but we've added a lot of products and I haven't updated it, but it does have a lot of them. I need to get it updated, but we have a spreadsheet that I'd created long ago. I went through every product in every collection and had them all on the spreadsheet with how many points they are. But we've added so many since then. But it's the same with collections. If you click on a collection and like, let's say you want to know, how many points one of these is, it's right here. So like this lean body system with the OptiPack is 157 points. So if you're not logged in, or if you're logged in as a customer, you won't see that. But when you're logged in with your marketer login, you will see the point values on there.
Interesting. I was wondering how they figured it out.
Sometimes it's helpful because, like, especially if it's, end of month and you're pushing for a promotion and you're like, man, I'm, 50 points short. Like, what do I need to sell to get 50 points? Well, you can come on here and you'd see that a bottle of trim is 70 points or a bottle of BioCell is 70 points. So then you'd know, well, if I sell a trim or a BioCell, I've got it covered. So sometimes that's kind of helpful. Oh, there's somebody in the waiting room. Okay, let's see. I went over that. Okay, so one of the questions that somebody had messaged me to make sure that I talked about tonight was if you are not commission qualified until the end of the month, are you going to get back pay for that? And the answer is yes. If you get commission qualified on the last day of the month, you're going to get commissions for that entire month. Now, you're not likely going to get it in daily pay, especially if it's end of the month, because there's just craziness going on. So what they would do is put it on your monthly check, but you are going to get paid for everything. There is no daily pay the 1st through the 5th. Now, I say that with a grain of salt because technically there's the 1st through the 5th because we have backdating. And so they give people a chance to do that. And then they have to, do the accounting and run the reports and all the things. But sometimes you will see a couple daily pays coming in like on the 1st or 2nd. But what those are is stragglers that their orders were placed the end of the month. And maybe there was a hold on the credit card or whatever, because how a lot of credit cards do like the identity theft protection stuff. Sometimes that'll put a pause until the order actually goes through. And on those, you're still going to get that daily pay because it was from the previous month. But for orders placed the 1st through the 5th, there's generally not daily pay. So don't panic. Place an order and you don't get your daily pay. Daily pay goes out twice a day. I think it's 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. I want to say. And let's see what else was there. I have all my notes in front of me. Okay. So one of the cool things about like the daily pay and the monthly checks and all that. And this is one of the things that I love about this company, because I tell you what, I've been with a lot of other companies and this is the only one I've ever seen that does commissions this way. So, as most of you probably know, as you get more sales, more points, your rank is going to go up. Every month you start back over at 0. And so when you start back over at 0, you're back, at the beginning. So you don't have a rank yet at the beginning of the month. You're a promoter. And when you hit 500 points, you get bronze and so on and so forth. So when you're a promoter, your commissions are 10%. When you hit bronze, it's 18. And then it just keeps climbing. That is those amounts, that 10%, 18%, 20%, whatever, all the way up to 36%. Those are what your daily pay is figured at. But if you end the month at, say, platinum, you're going to get paid for platinum for the entire month. So what they do is they take your total commissionable volume at the end of the month and they multiply it by whatever rank you're at. So for platinum, it's 36%, I think. It might not be that. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, they're going to take whatever rank you're at and they're going to calculate out your total commissionable volume times that rank. And then they'll subtract out what they've already paid you and they're going to pay you the difference. So no matter whatever rank you end the month at, they're going to pay you as if you were that rank the entire month. Which, like I said, I don't know of any other company that does that. I really don't think there is any other company that does that. I know the majority of them don't. Usually you get paid for what you are at that time and that's it. So that's one of the things that I love about this company. They really do take care of people and make sure that, they pay us for the work that we do. Let's see. Oh, and then another thing that a lot of people don't necessarily think of when it comes to commissions, but the free product credit. So it starts at bronze. As soon as you hit bronze, you're gonna, well, I shouldn't say as soon as you hit bronze because it gets awarded on the 1st of the following month. But when you promote to bronze, that's $50 in free product credit. At the end of the month, whatever rank you finished at, you can get up to $200 a month in free product credit, shopping credit. So if you end the month and you're gold, you're going to get, I think it's 75 at gold. You're going to get that shopping credit applied to your account and you can use that for purchases. The other cool thing about that is if you are building a team and you're working toward promoting on the team builder side, your own, well, and actually not even that, because it counts toward being commission qualified too. So if you get $100 in free product credit and you order a bottle of trim, your trim is free because you just use your product credit to redeem it. But those points still count. So that still got you commission qualified, even though it didn't cost you a penny. So, and the same way with like when you're building a team and you're working on promoting through the team builder ranks, those points from your own purchases and your team's purchases, whatever, those all count for that. Their purchases and their sales, your purchases and your sales, they all count toward those team builder ranks, even if you don't spend a penny, even if your team doesn't spend a penny, because they're redeeming free product credit, those points still count. Let's see. I already went over how to be commission qualified. Oh, motor mover prizes. Sorry, hang on. This tickle in my throat is driving me nuts. I need to drink any water. Okay, sorry. This was another one of the things that somebody had asked me to talk about was motor mover prices. It's another thing that's in our comp plan that a lot of people don't think about or don't even realize that we have. So there are a lot of different ways that you can earn mover points, and you need 5 to get the prize. And I know I said I was done sharing my screen, but I'm going to share it again. And I'm going to log back into my back office so I can show you guys how that works, and so that you can see how you can get the info if, like, you know, if you don't remember or whatever, you'll be able to look it up.
Oh gosh, excuse me.
Okay. So this month, the Modern Mover Prize is a grill set. It changes every month. I have gotten so much stuff. I have like hats and blankets and like mugs and I don't know, everything. I have so much stuff, motor stuff. But if you click on this link, this little learn more, which I didn't even mean to click on yet, but I have twitchy fingers. It'll take you in here. There's a leaderboard that will show you like people that have the most points. You can also look on there to see if you have enough points yet. And then if you scroll down, it will tell you how you earn points. So to be qualified for a Motor Mover Prize, you just have to be commission qualified because it is part of the comp plan. And then you have to get 5 points. And it goes from the first day to the last day of the month, I guess it says right there. So you get one new point. You get 1 point for every new customer order or social marketer that signs up under you with at least $100 order. Well, it's a $99 order, but $100 order basically, not including the $40 enrollment fee. So it has to be at least like a bottle of trim or something. And then if you enroll a new social marketer with an XM kit, you get 3 points for that. And then there's also these bonus points. So for every new customer or marketer who enrolls under you in a subscription instead of just the one-time purchase with that $99 order, you get a bonus point. So if they sign up with a $100 order, you get 1 point. If they sign up with a $100 order and it's on a subscription, you get 2 points. And then you also get 2 points for a customer who maintains a subscription for at least 6 months. And that's a one-time thing. It used to be every month. Like if they had a thing for at least 6 months, you'd get it at 6 months, you'd get those 2 points again at 7 months, you'd get those 2 points again at 8 months. But they had to get rid of that because there's so many people getting the prizes now. So they had to kind of scale back a little bit with that part. But you only need 5 points to be able to get it. And they just, when you place your first product order the following month, they, even if you don't spend anything, if you use your shopping credit, they'll include that Motor Mover Prize with your order. So then, like I said, this month it's a grill set. There, I keep clicking and I don't mean to. Sorry. This month it's a grill set. There's been like winter hats and scarves and just all kinds of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Okay, oops, that's not what I meant to click. That's what I was trying to click. Here we go.
And is there a way to tell how many mover points you have?
Huh?
Is there a, did I miss, like, is there a way to tell how many mover? Yeah.
Yep. Let me, I should have shown you that when I was in there. I meant to, and then I forgot. So I am glad you asked. When you're on here, if you go to my business and then business dashboard.
Business what?
Business dashboard. When
okay.
When you're on my business, the very top one is the business dashboard.
Okay.
And down here toward the bottom, right there. You've got your Modair movers.
Okay.
So sometimes it may be a little slow to update too. Like I know that's not right for mine, but I also know it'll be updated by the end of the month. So I don't worry about it.
And do you have only a certain amount of time to redeem? Like if you don't, if you, sorry.
No, it's
Like if
okay.
you
Like,
might have, did they give you
like
like
if you don't place an order, because they just automatically ship it with your next order when you earn it.
oh, so you don't have to click on it to, hey, send that
Nope.
to me. They just, oh, okay, neat.
Yep. They just automatically send it to you with your next order. And it may, I mean, sometimes there is a little bit of a delay. Like it's not always available. It can't always ship it like the first of the month. So if your subscription runs the first of the month and you don't place another order until the following month, you might not get it until that next order. Cause they have to figure out how many people earned it. They have to order them, so it's not always like available right on the first, but it will ship to you. And you'll get an email too that'll say something like, congratulations, Modair mover, or something like that, or hey there, Modair mover. I don't even know. I get emails and text messages from them all the time. And after I've been with the company about 3 years, just a little bit over 3 years. And so after that many years of seeing the same email over and over, I don't ever even look at it anymore. So I don't remember exactly what it says, but something like that. Okay. And then what else do I have on here? Let's see. Talked about that. Okay. So there was 2 other things that I had on here that I wanted to talk about. And then if you guys have any questions, like I said, just holler. I'm happy to answer anything. I know there's a lot more to the comp plan than what I'm going over what I had on my list, but it was just the big things that popped into my head. So if you are working on building a team and you hit director 1, when you hit director 1 and gold, the company gives you what they call orphan customers. So, and those are awarded on the 15th of every month. So what they do is any customer who signs up without using a referral code. So like if they just go to modair.com and they sign up and nobody claims them through the customer claim system or anything like that, those customer points all go into a pool, which is another thing that is really cool about this company and very unique, because most companies could not care less if their marketers get paid for people that don't sign up directly under them. Most companies aren't, they're just going to take those profits. But this company, they will put all those customer points into a pool. And then on the 15th of every month, they go through and they take those points and they divide them out and they distribute them to everybody who is director 1 gold or above. So you get free customer points every month when you hit those ranks. And sometimes they're pretty significant. I mean, I've had months where it's like, 400 or 500 points, and I've had months where it's like 2,000 to 3,000 points. So it just depends on, how many customers sign up without being linked directly to a marketer. But it's pretty cool. And then another thing, I don't know how much you guys know about the blog. So started, the black didn't exist. They started talking about those. There was like rumors about them shortly after I started. And Jordan actually hit Platinum Black before Platinum Black was a thing. So they knew that it was coming, and she was one of like the original people that as soon as they launched it, she immediately had it, but she had already hit it. But you can there's the black ranks on the sales side and there's the black ranks on the team building side. I'm Platinum Black 1, Elite 1. Platinum Black 1 is 15,000 points that are your own customer sales in 1 month. And then Platinum Black 2 is 25,000 I don't remember what Platinum Black 3 is. I think it's 75,000. I don't remember. But I know, Platinum Black 1, like I said, is 15,000 points in 1 month from your own customer pod, your own sales. And when you hit the black ranks, in addition to your paycheck, your daily pay and your monthly check, you also get company shares for the quarter. So at the end of every quarter, the company goes through and sees how many black ranks they have, and they look at the company shares, and you get paid a percentage of the company profits for that quarter, which is also pretty cool. That comes in a separate check. It comes separate from your commissions, but it's pretty cool when you get it because it's just like bonus money. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything I had on my list. So if there's anything that you guys can think of, that you have questions about, or anything I didn't touch on, just holler.
So I just happened to notice, I pulled up my site, and I guess I met it last month because it said I had 8 points out of the required 5. So, and my order just came in today. Does that mean when I open the box, I'm going to see whatever last month's was, or?
It may very well. Yeah.
Oh,
If you
wow.
look at your order history, it will tell you. If you go into your, log into your modare.com and look at your order history, it'll say mover price
Oh,
on there. When it's where it shows what shipped,
okay.
it'll show it on there. If it's not on there, it'll be in your next one.
Oh, okay. Neat.
So sometimes it does take a little bit. I mean, I think there's been times where it's been the middle of the month. It'll be the 15th, and I'll get an email that'll say, with your next order, it'll be included or whatever. So,
Oh,
but
exciting.
it might be in there.
Wasn't expecting that. It's like, oh, look.
Yeah. Did it just come today?
My package just came today, yeah, but I got home a little bit late, and I just had enough time to jump on here, so I haven't opened it.
Oh, no, that's okay. With it just coming today, and today being the 21st, it probably is in there.
Okay.
So nice little bonus for you.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know what was last month's anyway.
I don't remember, and I have not. My package is coming tomorrow, so
okay. Yeah, I guess I'll find
tomorrow. But yeah, I don't remember what last month's was. I know a few months ago it's like a coffee mug, like a travel mug, and it's a super heavy, it's heavy. When you pick it up and it's empty, it feels like it's full of coffee.
Oh, wow.
But my hubby just brought me dinner. He's super sweet.
Aw.
Don't mean to interrupt, but your pizza is just like me.
My pizza is just like you.
Extremely hot.
You're such a dork. I love you. He's so funny. I love that man. He always makes me laugh. You know what's great about him saying stuff like that is he is actually in real life, he's super shy. He's very reserved until he gets to know you. And then he's this goofy, says the craziest things all the time. His favorite hobby in the world is making my mom blush. I haven't shown him a text that she sent me earlier today, but I guarantee he'll be giving her crap about it. Because she sent me a text and she was like, Jeremy's rubbing off on you. And I was like, I'm not even touching that one, Mom. Because she says all the time, she knows that she needs to learn to think before she speaks, because she'll say stuff not even thinking, and Jeremy will twist it around and makes her face turn beet red. It's funny.
That's funny.
But yeah, he's a really sweet guy. Anywho, so yeah, any other questions, anything else I can help you guys with? It doesn't even have to be comp plan related. I mean, if you've got any other questions, I'm happy to help while you got me. Otherwise, you can always send messages to me or your upline or whoever.
I have a question.
Sure.
So I'm new. I just started in June, the end of June. I haven't had a single customer or had any success just yet. And I know it kind of is a game at some point to get, the right crowd. As far as like my people on Facebook, I'm doing my posts and adding people and doing my daily stuff that Haley has me working on. I'm just not seem to like actually getting anywhere. I don't know what I can do to change that, but I also don't want to be like, I don't know if you can get kicked out of doing any of this either.
Oh, no, you won't get kicked out like of here or anything. I mean, you can get thrown in Facebook jail. Lord knows I've been thrown in Facebook jail enough times. The month that I went platinum black, I was in Facebook jail for the last week of the month. And man,
What did you do?
that when I hit platinum black, I literally ugly snot cried all over my husband. My hands were shaking when I was trying to put in the last order. I could barely do it. I'm like holding my phone, trying to get it in there. And I got the order placed and I set my phone down and I turned and looked at him and I instantly started bawling. And he was like, "You got it, didn't you?" And I was like, he gave me a hug. So I had my face like buried in his chest and I snot cried all over it. But I was in Facebook jail because Facebook, if you are like commenting too fast, replying to comments too fast, posting too much in groups, things like that, stupid Facebook decides, oh, you must be a robot. And then they freaking throw you in Facebook jail, even though you haven't done anything wrong. And you can't appeal it. It has a thing that says you can appeal it. No, you can't. You can't actually appeal it. It's like, yeah. So when you get thrown in Facebook jail, you're just stuck there for however long. Usually it's anywhere from a day to 30 days, but it's just annoying. So that's really the biggest thing is and the other thing that can get you thrown in Facebook jail is sending the exact same message over and over again. So the way that I get around that is I always make sure to include the person's name. And that's literally the only thing I change. Like if people are commenting on my giveaway and I'm sending them the giveaway message or, the message saying like, saw your comment on my post, you have a second to get entered. I always start it with like, hey, Jamie, saw your comment, hey, Cindy, like that's the only thing I change is the name. But as long as there is one word different, the Facebook bots don't catch it. So then you won't get thrown in messenger jail. But if you send the exact same message over and over again, you will. And if you reply to all the comments too quickly, Facebook will throw you in Facebook jail for that too. If you reply to all the comments with the exact same reply, oh, there you go. The trucker hat.
Sorry, I just grabbed my package. I got a hat.
I have the trucker hat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right over there on my dresser. But yeah, so if you send the exact same, like if you reply with the exact same comment, if you just say messaged you over and over and over again to everybody that comments on a giveaway post, that'll get you thrown in Facebook jail. So you want to change it up. So like I'll reply to one and say, hey, sent you a message. I'll reply to another one and say, hey, just messaged you. I'll reply to another one and I'll say, maybe it'll just say messaged you, but it'll be like MSG you. Instead of like spelling out messaged or whatever. So just any little things like that, that you can do to kind of, and it doesn't have to be like every single reply doesn't have to be different, but if you have like, 3, 4, 5 different ones that you're using, just kind of as you're going, that helps. Another thing that can help is like reply to a couple of them, then go to Messenger and send your messages. Then go back to Facebook, reply to a couple of them, go back to Messenger, send your messages. Break it up like that, and the Facebook bots don't catch that either. But another thing too, with not getting much traction yet, so one of the biggest things that I usually ask people if they're struggling in the beginning is how many Facebook friends do you have? Because I know a lot of times people don't want to add a bunch of people to their Facebook, especially like, when people have kids and stuff, they don't necessarily want to add a lot of strangers to their Facebook. And that's fine. I mean, it's your business to run how you see fit. None of us are here to try to tell you what to do. We just kind of give you guidance on what works. So I can tell you, like with my Facebook, I mean, and I have kids. I have 2 boys. I post pictures of them all the time. I talk about our lives all the time. But with mine, I have right around 4,000 Facebook friends, and I don't know 90% of them. But I've been doing
I just started, and I
Uh-huh.
have like 140 maybe, and it was just basically like people I've associated with, not even like high school classmates. Excuse me, I can't
Mhm.
talk.
No, it's okay.
And I went from being like non-social at all to now having to do it, and I've never done any social marketing before. I came from medical, so like I was explaining to Haley, like I'm always like, having to tell the truth and go by laws and not necessarily like scripts. So it's a different flip for me, and I think that's
Mhm.
what's taken me the time of doing the tracking of everything. But I'm still willing to learning and wanting to do everything better, but I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I can get more, I guess,
Yeah.
customers coming in.
Are you in the Shop Mob, the Elite Dynasty Shop Mob Amber's group?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know I've been using shouts, like Haley said, and learning to get examples, because I don't know if you have so many people that do the same thing as you, can you be in Facebook jail as well? I have like 2 or 3 other people, I think, where I kind of see their examples of how they post and do their stories, which I've had to learn to become a technical type person. So I haven't done
Mhm.
a reel yet. I haven't done TikToks yet. So I'm still barely learning how to do everything, and I just
Yeah.
feel sometimes I feel bombed and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And then some days I'm just like, okay, I got to keep going. I got to keep going. I got to keep figuring it out and figuring out the groove and getting with it and the right sayings. I know when I do get in messages and they're like, oh, I definitely am going to order from you, just not just yet. And then we'll talk about the payment plans. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, I can't fit that in. And so it'll be a no. And then, it'll be crickets all of a sudden, especially when I leave
Yeah.
them in 3-way chats. So I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, but sometimes I redirect the conversation, not necessarily from scripts, but it's my own words. And so it makes it a difference.
Yeah, a different spin on it. Yeah. Well, and one of the things to try to keep in mind too is a no isn't really a no. It's a not right now. People can tell you no all day long. Like I have people that told me no 2 years ago, and that's fine. I'm not going to unfriend somebody just because they told me no. And so it's like I might not talk to them about it for a couple of years, not talk to them about the company for a couple of years, and then like I'll send them a happy birthday message. Well, really, my assistant does it now, but she logs in as me and she'll send them a happy birthday message. And next thing you know, they're replying and saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to try your stuff." So I mean, it's like, they, even though people don't necessarily buy right now, even though people maybe aren't even commenting on your stuff, they're still watching, they're still seeing it. So that's one of the things to keep in mind too, is just keep doing all the things, and eventually it will take off and it'll be crazy. And when it does, it's nuts. It's crazy when it blows up. I mean, I've gone from crickets to then it was like one person did a referral post for me, and I could not even keep up with all of the comments on it. And
I mean, I will say I have like 10 referral posts, and it's most of the people that'll comment on it are like friends I know and then their friends. And then sometimes it'll be like, oh, well, I was asking her. And I'm like, oh, you messaged on her referral post that was me in it about my stuff. So I don't know. It's just some things are a little crazy still to understand and learn. I kind of
yeah,
feel like one day I'm getting the hang of it, the next day I'm not. But it's just like it's a different way of thinking for me at the time.
yeah, and it really is a learning curve. I mean, eventually you'll get to a point where you'll know from the way that comments on the posts are worded, you'll know, is this one I should reply to, or is this one that I should have the referral poster reply to? But I mean, that it just takes time, really. There's not like any golden answer that I can give that'll tell you how to know that stuff, but eventually it just kind of clicks and you get used to it, and so you recognize that kind of stuff. But if you are in the Elite Dynasty group, Amber's group, the reason that I was asking if you were in there is she has this video that's called that Network though. So if you're not in there, you can have Haley add you. And when you either that or send me a friend request and I'll add you, because I'm your upline too. I'm Haley's upline. Well, it goes Haley, Kelsey, me. So I'm Haley's upline, Kelsey's her direct upline. Anyway, so I can add you to it too. But when you're on Facebook and you go in that group and you just can do a search for that network though, and it'll pull up this video that Amber made. And it's all about expanding your network. It tells about a whole bunch of different ways to build your network, get more Facebook friends, and authentically, you know, not fake. One of the biggest things that I've had people say to me when we start talking about expanding networks and building relationships, building friendships, that kind of thing, people are always like, yeah, but that's fake. And I'm like, no, I'm not telling you to go out and pretend to be somebody's friend. I'm telling you to build a real relationship with these people. Have a conversation with them. Some of my very, very best friends now I met through Modere, through they either became customers of mine and I met them that way and got talking to them, or maybe they've never even bought anything, but I met them, you know, while I was networking, whatever, and they've become some of my closest friends. And then, you know, people on our team too. But so whenever you hear us talking about that kind of thing, about building your network and making friends and building relationships, we're not saying, like I said, pretend to be their friend. We're saying like build real relationships with people. That, you know, you can never have too many friends. You can never have too many people that care about you, that, you know, that you care about, people that you can turn to if you need to talk about whatever. So, but yeah, that is a great video. It is one of the first things that I tend to point people toward when we have people that, you know, don't necessarily have a massive amount of Facebook friends. I mean, 4,000 Facebook friends is a frick ton. And I had more than that. I went on like a massive unfriending spree of people that, like, I got tired of constant negative stuff popping up on my Facebook. I don't like that stuff because it brings me down. So I started getting rid of a lot of those people. And so I think, I don't know, I'd have to look. I have close to 4,000. But the thing is too, it has taken me years to get there. So I don't want you guys to hear like, holy crap, 4,000 Facebook friends, how's that ever going to happen? Because it literally took me years to get here. I have 3,898 right now. But this isn't my first company.
Because I'm sorry.
No,
I made
okay.
it a goal because I graduated with like almost 900 people like 11 years ago. So I was like, why don't I just add 10 of them a day?
Oh, there you
Make
go.
it extend.
That's a good idea. And the thing is too, that you got to realize with this company, like when you are a big way that how I got that many Facebook friends was when I have somebody put up a referral post and people comment on it and, you know, they have questions. And so when I'm going to, well, first of all, I don't ever just message somebody because that rubs people the wrong way. It makes them mad. It makes me mad when people do that to me. Honestly, I can't stand cold messaging. It's gross. My old company used to try to like force us to do it. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. It's gross. It bothers me. So I don't do it. So
I know I had to do that with like the referral too. How I would be like, hey, do you mind putting a referral post? And it was like, I know you support me and love me. And it's like, my high school people, they don't love me. I have a husband. So I just delete that part out. Because it got a little weird for them to read it. And then they were like, she's been hacked. Like everybody thought I was
right. Yeah. But when you have a referral post up and people start commenting on it, I always ask them, you know, do you want me to send you some info? or something along those lines before I message them. I wait for them to reply. If they say yes, then okay, then I'm going to message them. I'm also going to send them a friend request for a couple of reasons. One, because that helps expand your network. Two, because you need that to be able to invite them to shipping retail. Or shifting retail, my God. Simple Clean Results. Jeez, my brain, I tell you what, squirrels. You have to be friends with them, Facebook friends with them, to be able to actually invite them to Simple Clean Results. Now, granted, you could give them the link and they can request to join. I've had to do that before when I was in Facebook jail and was banned from inviting people to groups. That happened, but that was one of the many things I was blocked from the month I went platinum black. I couldn't invite people to groups anymore. But the only thing is, if they have to request to join, if you give them the link and they have to request to join, it takes longer to get them approved and get into the group, because there are only 2 people who can approve people who request to join, because there's a spreadsheet that tracks what marketer like referred them to the group, so that way later on down the road, if they have questions, the admins, we will point them back to their marketer so that, you know, they don't end up with a different marketer than the one that referred them. We try to keep that group very, very, what's the word? Ethical, I guess. We try to keep people, you know, we don't let people steal customers, basically. It's not cutthroat. We don't do that. So because of that, those take longer. Now, when you invite somebody to join, any of us that are admins, including myself, I'm an admin in Simple Clean Results, we can all go in and approve those. But if they request to join instead of you inviting them, it can take longer. So, but anyway, so when you send them your Facebook or your friend request, that's going to help grow your network. And then they also a lot of times will end up going and looking at your Facebook page, and now they see your giveaway. So now they comment on it and they put up a referral post. So now you've got all of their friends commenting on it. And it just kind of spider webs out like that. And that's how I got to having almost 4,000 Facebook friends, was from I had 4,500 at one point, but 3,800 now. But that's how, was from kind of that spider web effect from all of the, you know, friends of friends of friends of friends of friends. And like I said, I don't know 90% of them, but they're all people that came from something to do with the business.
Well, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Be sure to either, like I said, either send me a friend request or ask Haley to add you to Elite Dynasty if you're not in there yet, and then we can tag you in that video, or you can find it.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
a really
I got Jordan's
video.
stuff too that she just did. So I got my homework cut out for me. So now I just need to figure it out and go from there.
Jordan's amazing. Jordan and Amber are a lot alike. Jordan is one of my best friends, actually. We've been friends for like 100 years, I think. It's been probably close to 10 years, maybe like 8. I don't know. It's been a while. It was before she got married. So however long her and Matt have been married, I don't remember. But yeah, we've been friends for a long time. She was who brought me here. I was ready to be done with network marketing. I had told my husband that day I was done. I was exhausted. I hated every second of it with my old company. It was so much work and you got paid squat. We got a max of 5% commissions. Usually you got 2.5%. Sometimes you could get 5, and that was it. And it was just exhausting. It was so much work for so little money. I was running on like 1 to 2 hours of sleep a night, literally. I'm not even exaggerating. I was like a robot. I was so tired. So I had told my husband that day I was done. And then Jordan called and she was like, "You're not done." And here we are. So I'm grateful to her. She's the sweetest, and she's wicked smart. There's nobody better that you could learn from when it comes to all things network marketing. She's really friggin' smart. She knows her stuff, and she's constantly learning. Anywho, Any other questions? Anything else you guys want to chat about before we pop off here? We good? We good? All right. I am going to stop recording.